Okay, the really important thing to remember about shiitake production is once you inoculate that log is good for the whole production cycle until it becomes a spent log. So you only inoculate a log once in its life, right at the beginning. And then you have to really maintain that log at about 35% moisture content. And they need to be kept in 80% shade.
These are the logs here that have just been newly inoculated. And these will stay in this configuration for approximately 1 year until the spawn is taken over completely the sapwood of the log. You can see this portion of these where all the sugars are that the mycelium actually lives in and spreads in. These logs, as I said, are ready to go into production as soon as the weather settles down. We'll be taking these, some of these out into the laying yard, which is over here, and then some of these will be going up in the greenhouse, which is behind here, and will go start their full production life.
So it is like milking cows. Sometimes you have to come out here and pick twice a day. So watch your product, because if you don't pick them correctly, then the next day you come in and all the mushrooms are all the way open and flat, and then maybe it rained and you've lost your top quality mushrooms. So you do have to watch your crop, especially in the hot weather, because they grow so quickly.
I've got a few of the nice Ozark Forest shiitake mushrooms.
And then we market directly to chefs, catering companies, private country clubs, specialistic food shops, wine and cheese shops, Whole Food and Wild Oats supermarkets, and also a few Schnucks supermarkets.
A great thing about them, though, is because they're grown outside, not inside in some sawdust like some other operations. They provide something that is different in the fact that they're dynamic to the season. When it's really hot, the mushrooms look different than when the weather's just right. Also in the spring and in the fall, you get these growth spurts, and you get a mushroom called a donko mushroom that has a very distinctive pattern and texture, and much more like the real thing.
We've become part of a chef's collaborative where they promote local farms and local food products in their restaurants. You see that on the menu. They won't just say shiitake mushrooms on the menu with steak. They'll actually say Ozark Forest shiitake mushrooms. And then you know you've really educated the chef and then the person who eats the food. And then they go to the supermarket and we'll see the product, the produce department at the supermarket, and they'll see the name there again and the connections made. And that's what it's all about, is making those connections.